it's Andrew, one of the brothers of bargains here from Ride Time, and today we're going to talk about the 4 different types of vehicles that you can buy in the market right now. What we have here is we have the classic American Muscle 2019 Mustang convertible, red in color, beautiful convertible. But what I use this as a classic example of the internal combustion engine. So this is actually an Ecoboost, so it is a turbocharged engine. But again, all the engines in the front, and the engine powers 100% of the vehicle. Really, not much has changed over the last 100 years. There's been some small additions. You can get them with a supercharger. This happens to have a turbocharger. And the other really big difference is they went away from the carburetor into a fuel-injected engine. Other than that, how things work really has stayed the same. So what you get is you get a classic internal combustion engine. And that's it. You've only got the engine that powers the vehicle from stopping, from starting. It all works like it has for the last 100 years. Now, there's another thing that they've come out with, and that is a hybrid. I'm going to show you one of those next. So what we have here is we have a traditional hybrid vehicle. So easiest way to think of the hybrid is it is going to be internal combustion engine dominant, and it's going to use the battery in order to supplement its power. The most inefficient part about driving a vehicle is starting from a dead stop. So what they've done is they've actually turned and used the battery in order to get the vehicle in motion. As soon as it's up to cruising altitude or speed, it's going to switch over to the internal combustion engines and power it that way. That's why hybrid vehicles are so good in city driving conditions. And the other really cool thing is they use what's called regenerative braking. Regenerative braking will capture any of the kinetic energy generated from the brakes, and it will use that energy to replenish the hybrid battery. Next, I'll talk to you about the other way, and that's a plug-in hybrid and what the difference in that is. All right, what we have here is we have our plug-in hybrid vehicle. What does that mean? That means you get a gas tank and a place to plug in your vehicle. Why is that? Well, what happens in the plug-in hybrid, it actually has a larger battery. This larger battery will be able to drive shorter distances in full EV mode. Think of it, it's the best of both worlds. So now we're gonna go under the hood of this Kia Niro. And what you're gonna notice is you're gonna notice that you're gonna get a little bit bigger of a battery on this side and a smaller engine on that side. Again, going back to it, the battery is the star of the show, and the internal combustion engine helps supplement the battery. Now, the really cool thing about this is if you get down to a certain part of the battery and it goes off full EV mode, you still have a hybrid vehicle. You'll still drive the vehicle, and it will act now like a traditional hybrid. It will use the battery for starting the vehicle. Once you get up to cruising speed, it will turn the hybrid battery off, and it will kick over until the internal combustion engine. So you get the benefits of a hybrid, even if you're low on plug-in juice. The Tesla is a full EV vehicle, and what that means is there is no internal combustion engine at all. This just works off a battery. So again, very important to remember when you do have an EV, or going back to the other vehicle, a plug-in hybrid, you want an adequate charging infrastructure. So you really do want to rely on a level 2 charger. Just keep in mind that charging regularly on a level 3 is going to deplete your battery 20% faster. So again, think back to your cell phone. After a while, the battery doesn't hold the charge the same way that it does. These are the same way in these large electric vehicles. On the Teslas, the whole undercarriage of the vehicle is the battery. And I believe this model is a dual motor. And what you have is you have small engines that turn the wheel. So you have an engine that creates the power in the front, powered by the battery, and the engine in the back that powers the rear wheels, because this is also an all-wheel drive. You're gonna find that this vehicle drives different than anything that you've ever driven. It has a lot more torque. The other thing to keep in mind when you're buying an electric vehicle, you are gonna go through tires faster. And the reason why this is, couple. One, the vehicle is heavier. Because you have this full battery, the battery is heavy, which means the car is going to be heavier. So again, these are all things to keep in consideration when you're looking at your next vehicle. Hopefully I've given you some different answers. And here's the best part. we have all four. So no matter what you're looking for, Ride Time can hook you up. If you're looking for an ICE vehicle, if you're looking for a hybrid, if you're looking for a plug-in hybrid, or if you're looking for an EV, we've got them all. And if we don't have it in stock, talk to us. We'd love to help you out. Again, my name's Andrew, one of the brothers of bargains from Ride Time, and at Ride Time, we have your ticket to ride.